Hi everyone, I'm Varsha and welcome back to my channel. In the previous video, I have mentioned you and I have discussed a few of the topics called basic concepts in C. So in this video, I'm going to discuss with you all people about the strings, the basic concepts of strings. So without wasting time, let's get into this. A string is basically a group of characters which are enclosed in between double quotes. So whatever we used to write in between double quotes, it is considered as a string. So we can also make use of the numbers in between double quotes. Those number is also considered as a string. So the character is nothing but a data type, like we have saw like integer type, float type, etc. But we used to add alphabets or words instead of using numbers. So the string contains an extra character which is called null, that is nothing but zero, and it is placed at the end of a string. So the string programs are executed by using hash include as string.h, which is a preprocessor or can also be called as header file. In the previous session, I have discussed with you all about the preprocessor topics also. So I've mentioned about stdio.h, conio.h, etc. So if you haven't checked out, check it out. Otherwise, I'll also mention it in my description so you can go through it. So the string is basically a derived data type. In the previous sessions, I have also mentioned about the basic data types also. So it is a type of derived data type. So instead of using printf and scanf statements in this concept called string, we use puts and gets, which acts as a printf and scanf statements. So the syntax of using strings is data type space string name parenthesis size. So next one is string handling functions. So in these strings, we used to follow certain methods in order to write up code. So for different types of handling functions are been there in string. So according to that, we used to add or we used to insert the elements or insert the information into a string. So the first one is length. Length of a string is represented in strlen open parenthesis. So the strings are executed in sequential manner. By using this strlen function, we are going to find out the number of characters in a given string. Like for suppose consider one example called Varsha. So Varsha contains six characters. So the end of a string it considered as a null character, but it is not being counted in a length of a string. So the total number, so total length of a string is 6. Varsha, VARSHA. So these are nothing but a characters which is enclosed in between double quotes. So it is considered as a 6. Length of a string is 6. Then comes the catenation. Catenation is also called as compiling or designing. So in this, two strings are added into one string. So actually, how does it work? So take two strings with different information like names, codes, etc. These two strings gets combined into strcatenation, strcat parenthesis function and forms one single string with these two strings information combined. For suppose you can see in the picture, we have mentioned hello and world. So while combining both the strings which are separate, we can form a single string which is a hello world. It is nothing but a catenation. Then comes the third one is copying the string. We use the strcpy function for the copying of a string. Copy is nothing but by making use of this function, we are going to copy the contents of one string into the another string. So for this process, we have a possible way that first we need to create a string, one string, giving some characters into it. Then we need to create another string which is empty so that we can copy the information the first string to the second string. The next one is comparing two strings. So comparison is nothing but comparing two strings. So we make use of strcmp function in this. It is nothing but checking whether two strings are equal or not. So in this right side you can see after getting executed in this code, we have enter first string that is quotes and the second string is cracker. So when we enter, the first and second strings are not being equal. So it gives the output as strings are not equal. Then comes a position. So position string is also been there. It represents or identifies the position of a particular character in a given string. So every character which is present in a string gets allocated to a memory address. Therefore, by using that, We can identify the exact position of a string or say characters in a given string by using this position string, which is strpos open parenthesis. Then comes your reverse string. strrev parenthesis is a function which is used in the reversing a string. Reversing of a string is a word from left to right gets changed into a right to left, which is also called as reverse. For suppose you can see apple, when we use this function, we get elppa. We have apple, which is right from left to right. It been reversed into left right to left. Then comes your upper and lower. So upper converts the lowercase characters into uppercase characters, and you might get a confusion or a doubt that for suppose if a word itself or a character itself is a upper, then what happens? It doesn't change. Actually, defaultly it uses to be like that only. If it has a lowercase, it converts into uppercase. And in lowercase, it is reverse of uppercase. Like we have in a uppercase characters changes into lowercase characters, and if defaultly lowercase exists, it doesn't change, therefore it remains same. So you can see the example like enter string tutorial right. So in the lowercase we have capital T and capital R are being, you know, changed into small letters, and remaining all are being in a same string. Whereas in uppercase we have all the small letters are being converted into capital letters. So these are the examples of string functional handling. So by you make use of these functions, we can able to create different types of strings. So this is an basic concepts of strings. So in the next video, I'm going to show you the live examples or the how to write a code by using these strings. So with giving all of the examples, I'll make a video of just showing the code based on the strings. So thank you everyone. Have a nice day.